Yo, what's good everyone? This is Ayo Boxing with Madiba, and here's my post-fight review for Jose Valenzuela versus Chris Colbert. And this fight right here was highway robbery. I thought the fight was very competitive and close, but Ryo definitely won that fight. 96-93 or 95-94 in favor of Ryo is how I scored it. Don't get me wrong, I have a lot of respect for both fighters, especially Chris Colbert, who jumped up in weight to take on this fight. However, I think Colbert should have lost. The reason why I think they gave this fight to Colbert is because he was the busier fighter overall. Colbert had a very active lead hand in this fight. His jab was very effective in orthodox and southpaw stances. This allowed Colbert to throw a lot of combinations at high volumes, coming forward, and he would push Ryo back a lot. His most effective punch was the left hook out of the orthodox stance that he would throw at the end of his combinations. His right hand was also effective in the orthodox stance. Overall, Colbert did his best work in the orthodox stance, despite making him more vulnerable to getting attacked by Ryo's southpaw stance. Colbert also did a good job boxing off the back foot. Ryo, on the other hand, was much more selective with his punches, but his punches were more damaging. Ryo was the power puncher in this fight, and we saw that several times, most notably in the first round in which Ryo dropped Colbert with a left hand. It was a counter left hand. Ryo would also stun and hurt Colbert with his left hand several times throughout this fight. Ryo did a good job counterpunching and going to the body, especially with that left hand. And whenever Ryo got Colbert on the ropes, Ryo would deal a lot of punishment and throw a lot of punches. But since Ryo was more selective with his punches, Colbert would capitalize on Ryo's inactivity, especially when Ryo would rest after throwing a lot of punches. Regardless, I thought Ryo's power won him this fight. He had the more compelling shots, and the rounds that he won, he would win big. And that knockdown in the first round was the edge for me. But shout out to both fighters. Both came off of losses, but they both fought with confidence and determination like they were undefeated. This fight right here is a prime example of why top-rated prospects, contenders, and champions should be fighting each other, because you get fights like this. This fight was entertaining at a high level of boxing, and it was a 50-50 fight. We definitely need more 50-50 fights. This fight was great. This definitely needs a rematch though. The first one was already entertaining and ended in controversy, so the build-up for the rematch would be big. I mean, Colbert is going to be the villain in this fight, and he is accepting that heel role. And Colbert's known for talking shit, so just imagine the build-up. And Ryo, he got very emotional because he was robbed. So yeah, you take those two people and how they feel, and you got a crazy build-up. They could definitely make that a main event or put it as an undercard for another big fight. And I would still consider that rematch a 50-50 fight based on how close and competitive this fight was. The only reason why Colbert got dropped in the first round is because he leaped in carelessly. Whenever the rematch happens, they definitely need some new judges. But who knows, this is boxing, anything can happen. But thank you for tuning in with Ayo Boxing with Madiba. Hit like and subscribe, and more content's coming your way.